So I was not able to actually finish up this series. I did start paying for the subscription. So I'm gonna finish the series and then I'm gonna stop streaming their content. But just a little warning there that at this point it is a little bit paid. Um, but we are gonna try and finish up the lessons for whatever they consider to be week 4. Just gonna pull that up here. Boom. Um, there you go. We did essentially 2 weeks or 4 weeks and 2 weeks, 4 weeks of content and 2 weeks of streams. And I'm a huge fan, so I cannot recommend pick up music enough. I'm also going to start doing some guitar stuff because I have some music theory things. I think my favorite part about this whole thing has not just been like getting familiar with the bass, but also learning how to approach the instrument as a musician of that instrument, right? Like this is very taught on how to teach the bass as a bassist rather than just take my guitar skills of pushing strings down and apply them to the bass now. And so I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to talk about when it comes to like guitar stuff, like learning guitar as a guitarist. I also want to master the fretboard of a guitar a little bit better. So I'm going to continue using this program throughout the summer. I'm going to try and go through all their stuff. They have some piano stuff too, which I'm pretty interested in. I get my piano tomorrow, so I might show that off on screen. It will be very out of tune for a few weeks because I gotta let it adjust to the humidity and all that. Um, but who knows? By the end of the year, I could have possibly gone through all of this, and my music theory level knowledge is just that much better. Um, I would love to be able to write and approach music like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard or bands like Elder, where they're able to like take just an idea in music theory and then just kind of play around with it and create kind of an expanded song in that. I'd also like to be able to talk to other musicians in the language of music, and so I think this is helping out. So we're gonna continue on this. This is day 9 of the challenge. I think, let's see, I had 14 days of the challenge. I was able to play 8 of those days before my hand gave out, skipping the weekends, of course. So we're going to go all the way to 10 because it's a nice round number. It'll look nice on the series thumbnail. And then from there, we're going to do human jukebox stuff. So if you have any recommendations for what I should learn, I'm then going to start trying to learn things on stream. And I might do like a, hey, learn this with me. So if you have the instrument, I'm gonna have the sheet music up there and we can like practice or learn together, that kind of thing. I saw some other musicians on Twitch, kind of look around, seeing what they were doing, and there's a lot of Rocksmith musicians, and Rocksmith does look kind of fun. It's not gonna teach you music from a musician perspective. It's gonna teach it from like a game perspective, because like you just plug your instrument into the PC, and then you play it like Guitar Hero, which looks kind of fun, and it does look like it's actually more engaging content. So I might end up giving that a try. We'll see. I don't want to have to pay for another subscription service, and Rocksmith is like $20 a month. The 2014 version is cheaper, and I know there's like a creative forge, so I might try and do that, but I got to figure out how to do all that. So without further ado, we're going on. My pinky feels consistent, not strong, but consistent. So I think I should be fine to play today and tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to switch to guitar strings for a little while just to get my hand like fully healed up. It's funny, you could see it. I looked back when I edited my stuff. You could actually see where I had messed up my pinky. There's like a red dot on it. Um, it kind of spooked me, because you only got one pair of hands, and I don't want to ruin my hands or my ability to play the instrument before I even like really get started. So, we are going to continue this on. We are in our rhythm and feel lesson set. We are on day 6. So we're going to do day 6, and there's an A string workout, which I think will help us learn more. Then there's the performance piece. Depending on how long this goes, I might do the performance today and then figure out something tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow is like, hey, I'll play through Planets Collide or play through some of the other jams just to show, hey, that's how far I got in 14 days. Now I feel comfortable. Um, we'll see. I don't think I'm going to start grade 5 on this program on stream. So without further ado, let's go into rhythm. And
Yes.
another thing I've done is I've started just keeping my thumb at the top of the fret. Keep game at 0. With the open E. F sharp, E, C. Okay, here's something I am struggling with, and if anyone's watching this post, because there's one person watching now, if you know the one viewer, I'm having trouble muting this open E, especially if I'm playing it quick. So if I'm going to play an E to that C, I have an open E. I guess I have to mute it with this. That just feels really weird. Maybe it's just because that's not a thing you do in guitar, but I can't jump from the E string, mute, and then go to the next one quick enough, especially if there's like eighth note kind of things. So maybe try. I guess what I'm looking for is a way to do it consistently across songs, but I guess I might have to do a song by song basis. Okay, that works. It's a weird. I don't know if you know this if you play an instrument or not. A lot of times there's the hearing what the notes are playing, and then there's the rhythm of your body playing the notes. And oftentimes there's extra movements or felt rhythms in a song that you're not hearing as the listener, but you're feeling as the player. And I think this is a really good example of that. For example, so let's say I want to go from that. You're going to hear bump bump. I'm feeling pluck, mute, move down, pluck, mute. So there's 4 bump 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 felt things. Bump 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 bump. When I'm like working in muscle memory, it definitely feels a little bit more like just 3 things. Bump 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 bump. But at the beginning, it's bump 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 bump, just to produce the 2 notes. And I just always find that interesting. There's this felt rhythm, and a lot of times it's syncopated.
Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Did you catch that? Okay, let's count and see if we can get the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's play what we just counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Here's one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the game. We're gonna listen for the next kick drum pattern, and we're gonna play open A and count to make sure you can find the rhythm. Okay, here's the first example. Here we go. 3, 4. Listen. Okay, and now let's count and see if we can find that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nice. Play what you just counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Here's one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Good job. You're really getting the hang of this game. Let's use the same note, but now listen for a new rhythm. Here we go. Ready, go. Oh, I heard an eighth note. Let's count eighth notes. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, let's try playing that. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Nice. Let's try that again. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Okay, sweet. Let's give that another try with a new rhythm now. Same note. Let's listen for the new example. Ready? Okay, you ready to count the eighth notes? 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Cool. Let's try that rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Nice. Okay, let's try that one more time. Same thing. 2, and 3, and 4. Sweet. Okay, here comes one more exercise. But now we're gonna move up to C. So we played A, second fret is called B, and now third fret is C. Okay, here comes the new exercise. Ready, go. Oh, I heard eighth notes. Let's count with eighth notes. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Sweet, let's try playing that. Here we go. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Here's one more chance to do the same thing. 1, and... All right. Okay, let's try it.
Performance piece. We're only at 30 minutes. So I think we're going to do performance. Let's make our choice. Okay, that's what we want it. Gravity. Why was that first performance piece like an ungodly amount of hard, but everyone after that has just been super easy? Like, it's starting with the Dua Lipa. Let me see if I even remember it. Let's see, it goes. Boom, boom. Yeah, that one took me so much longer than literally any of these here, like jumping around on the bass. Maybe they start you high so that you're like, oh, okay, that was hard. I put in the work, and then who knows, man. What's the difficulty? It's 2 out of 10. Honestly, here's what I'm going to try. Something I noticed when I was doing Planets Collide is my sight reading's getting better. So I'm going to try and sight read this rather than just do the lesson. So let's try and sight read it. Now that I know the notes. And since I know the song. Do you want to try gravity? I want to try gravity, whatever. Notes are on offbeats. Oh, it's in 6/8 too. I need to be counting that. fun. 6/8 is kind of fun. I'd be curious to know if a lot of my favorite music is in 6/8 because I really vibe with that. I haven't really counted it out. It's also Swan. That's what I was feeling that. It's a cool little song. That is grades 1 through 4. I said I wouldn't start 5 on stream. So let's go ahead and switch to Ultimate Guitar. I'll do a playthrough of Planets Collide. I might call it a little earlier today to give my hand a break. It feels good. It doesn't hurt at all, so I'm doing it justice right now. But I don't want to overdo it, because I will do that so fast. Let me turn on my sludge sound. Okay, sounds good. Sounds great. I think it's all going. I'm gonna drop the bass out and play my own bass. Nice. That's good. Okay, so I now need another song to learn. So if anyone ever wants to comment, oh, thanks, Sarcastic Cat. It does remind doom music. Yeah, it is doom metal. I don't know if you know that. Doom music was inspired by doom metal, and they took the guitar and they're like, well, let's drop it way low to make it sound like the bass. So they added synths on top of it and then electronic the rest of it. And that actually influenced most of modern metals. When you hear modern metal, a lot of times the riffs are kind of bassline riffs. They're really easy and kind of simple, but there's so many synths it drops it kind of way down. That's why I'm thinking I'll probably like older music more than newer music, because older music, the bass was written as a bass rather than like a guitarist wrote a bass theme. Because Mick Gordon is the guy who wrote the Doom music, and he's a guitarist, but he made his guitar sound like a bass, and that just influenced all the bass. All of modern metal is a combination of Mick Gordon from Doom, Meshuggah from the 90s, and then like deathcore screams. And you just get flashy stuff, that kind of stuff. I do think I'm going to end it a little early today just to give my finger a good jot, and then we're going to stop before it starts hurting. I really spooked myself over the weekend with how much my finger hurt. Like I couldn't even push on the light strings on a guitar. And it was red and swollen. I was having trouble playing Counter-Strike last night because my pinky wouldn't extend. That's that. Hope you have a wonderful day.